Enki is the god of secrets. The one who would know and use his advice must be prepared to listen carefully when the cunning god speaks. In particular, Enki knows the way in and out of the world below, the world of the dead, which to the Mesopotamian mind was a place of almost unrelieved terror. Yet there were times when humans and gods needed to make the terrible journey, and Enki knew the way. Though it is well to consider the story of Adapa, the man who was offered the life of the gods, but lost his chance. This is Ea's plan for Adapa. In the beginning of the story, Adapa had committed a major fault. He had broken the wing of the south wind while Adapa had been fishing. It is to make good for his offense to Anu that Ea appears to be offering advice to Adapa. Adapa should make the difficult journey to heaven and mollify Anu. Here, Ea, who knows of things above, touched him. Adapa had him wear his hair unkempt, a dirty garment he made him put on, and gave him this plan. So Adapa, you are going before Anu, the king. Take the road to heaven. When to heaven you have ascended, at the gate of Anu on your approach, at the gate of Anu, the gods Dumuzi and Gishzida will be standing. Seeing you, they will ask you, Man, for whom are you changed in this way? Adapa, for whom are you clothed in a dirty garment? From our land 2 gods have vanished. So I did this. Who are the 2 gods who from the land have vanished? The gods Dumuzi and Gishzida. They will glance at each other and laugh. A good word they will speak to Anu, and the benignant face of Anu they will let you see. As you stand before Anu, when the bread of death they offer you, you shall not eat it. When the water of death they offer you, you shall not drink it. When they offer you a garment, put it on. When they offer you oil, anoint yourself. The plan I am giving you do not neglect. The words I have spoken to you, hold them tight. Ea gives his instructions or plan. The advice is twofold. First, Ea tells Adapa to put on the garb of mourning, a ragged or dirty piece of clothing, and to wear his hair unkempt. Adapa is to take the road to heaven. The guards at the gate are 2 gods usually associated with the netherworld. The first, Dumuzi, or Tammuz, is the better known in literature because of his often stormy love affair with the goddess Inanna, Ishtar. The second is a chthonic figure, Gishzida. The guardian gods will call attention to Adapa's human state, for it is odd that a human would approach the dwelling of the gods. Ea's advice is a bit of psychological trickery to win them over. He has changed himself over, he is to say, because the 2 gods have disappeared from the earth. With the good word of the guardian gods, Adapa will be ushered into the presence of Anu himself. Ea's second bit of advice is how to act when Anu offers Adapa hospitality. When he is offered bread and water, he is not to eat or drink. He is, however, to take the garment offered him and the oil for anointing his body. Only the context will show how tricky the second part of Ea's plan really is. Ea emphasizes that Adapa sees the words he has spoken. When the plan is actually put into effect, though, Adapa misses his chance at immortality. Where Ea had warned Adapa against eating the bread of death, Akala Samuti, and drinking the water of death, Memuti, what Anu offers Adapa instead is the bread of life and the water of life. Otherwise, the advice on the oil and the garment is followed in the proper way. No sooner does Adapa make his mistake, when Anu laughs at him. If the Middle Babylonian version of Adapa, from which Ea's speech here is taken, is the same in its ending as the Neo-Assyrian version that has also survived, Ea's cryptic advice has a variety of consequences, good and bad. Anu laughs and sends Adapa back to earth. It is possible that Anu was trying to trick Adapa. Had he drunk of the water of life and eaten the food of life, Adapa would have gained immortality for himself and for humankind generally. As it is, Adapa's mistake has lost the chance for immortality, but the human has seen the benignant face of Anu, and the Neo-Assyrian text points to the awful gift Adapa has been granted. As Adapa from the horizon of heaven to the zenith of heaven cast a glance, he saw its awesomeness. In that vision given to Adapa is revealed the gulf that separates the human and the divine. Adapa's failure to see through Ea's cunning words had already marked that very difference. Besides the vision of heaven that is opened up to Adapa, there are other consequences, according to the Neo-Assyrian version. Anu imposed something on Adapa, but Ea's city of Eridu, where Adapa had served him, is given a special status, and its priesthood is given an exalted destiny. The last lines of the story return to the beginning. In the beginning of the work, Adapa had offended Anu, and it was to become right with Anu that Ea had, it seemed, given advice that would make Adapa immortal. At the end, the consequences of Adapa's crime are noted in the two he brought to humankind, and the disease that he brought to the bodies of human beings. The text turns at last to implore the goddess of healing to turn the disease aside.